Hi, my name is Windsor. I have a complaint or an inquiry
All right.
slash complaint.
And is it regarding a company?
Yeah, yes, a bank.
All right. Can you explain me the situation?
Yeah, so it's about the process of credit creation. I'm just the way that a bank will extend a loan. I just want to ask about this and inquire to see if this is actually legal or not, the way they do it. So the RBA says that when a bank makes a loan, that the money is created out of thin air, essentially, and that adds to the supply of money. So the loan is not drawn from anywhere. It's just created into the depositor's, the account of the borrower. Does that make sense?
All right. So bank created a loan out of the depositors.
Yeah, this is how the RBA describes it, right? They say money is created when financial intermediaries make loans. So when banks make loans, they create the money out of thin air.
All right.
So I'm just wondering,
So
since we know that that is the case because the RBA has said it, and the Bank of International Settlements has said it, and the Bank of England has said it, and if you look at the broad money graph and you compare it to the loan money graph, it's very, very close, very similar. So it makes sense. So my question is, if they do this, then what is the justification for charging interest on a loan?
all right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. So did you had a loan with a bank or
Not yet, no.
no?
No.
So your complaint is just about how the bank is.
It's about the system. I think it's a systemic issue, and I think it's a big one. That's why I'm bothering to call up about it.
All right.
So you guys regulate the creditors, right? You're a consumer credit regulator, is that right?
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering, is this really legal, or is this good for the stability of the economy? You know?
Yeah. For that, I think the better complaining authority for that is AFCA.
I've called APRA. They don't actually regulate credit companies. What they do is they
Not APRA,
advise.
AFCA.
Oh, AFCA. Yeah, I've also called AFCA. They only deal with specific complaints. I called them yesterday, and they told me to call you, actually.
All right.
Yeah, so here I am.
And do you know the name of the bank?
All of the banks, they all do it.
All of.
Yeah.
All right. One moment, I have a look. Can I put you on hold for a minute?
Sure.
misconduct to us. Can I have your email address?
Yeah, windsorswan@gmail.com.
How do you spell that?
WINDSORSWAN @gmail.com.
One moment, I'll send an email. Can I pop in hold?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've sent you an email there.
Send an email?
Yeah.
Okay, what's in the email?
Yeah, if you read the last sentence, we welcome reports of misconduct. If a credit provider has broken the laws, we enforce.
Yeah.
But we
So
will
have
only
they broken it?
can report a misconduct, make a report of misconduct to ASIC.
I see. Prepare to report key facts. Cannot attach documents. 15 minutes. I see. How long will this take to get back?
They will only contact you if they need more information,
Right.
and it depends on the type of misconduct. ASIC takes some actions.
But do you think that they've broken the law?
If they have broken the law, then you can report misconduct.
Yeah. Does it sound like they've broken the law?
If they are charging you higher interest rate, then
Well,
if they
the
are
problem is they're charging any interest on money that they created, which is a problem because they're not at risk of losing anything because they never had the money to start with. So how can they charge interest?
interests are generally charged on if they provide loans to any lending authority.
Could I speak to maybe a supervisor?
Yeah, what regarding?
I'm just not sure you're understanding correctly.
Yeah, for that you need your own legal advice. We can't tell you whether they have broken the law or not. Even your supervisor, he can't tell you whether the bank has broken the law with this.
Who can tell me?
Your legal like lawyers.
You guys are the credit regulators, aren't you? You regulate the credit companies. How do you do that if you don't know the law?
We don't provide legal advice.
I see. So you don't want to tell me if they're breaking the law or not.
We can't tell you. That's something, some legal advice you need from a lawyer.
I see.
from you to decide whether they have broken the law. We can't give you legal advice regarding that.
Well, it's not really advice. I'm not taking a lawsuit against them. I haven't taken any loan. It's just a general inquiry, you know.
Yeah, we're not lawyers. If some organization breaks the law, you need to seek advice from a lawyer whether they have broken the law for that. We can only tell you if they have broken the law and how you can report it to us.
Oh, so you can tell
But
me.
we can give you the directions like how to report misconduct if they have broken the law, but we can't decide whether they have broken the law or not. For that,
I see.
you need to seek the advice from the lawyers.
I see. All right. So can I speak to the supervisor or manager?
Same regarding the same thing.
Yeah.
He will also tell you the same thing.
Well, I'll get him to tell me then, please.
Is there anything else you would like to know?
Just a supervisor, please.
Yeah, but is there anything else that you would like to know from the supervisor? I can tell him.
No, just about the credit
Yeah.
creation.
Pardon?
Just all about credit creation. That's my inquiry.
We're not the entity who can. It's not a jurisdiction. We can't answer that question. How they
Look,
are
you
creating
regulate
credit.
the credit companies. If you don't do it, who does it?
Not a jurisdiction.
So whose jurisdiction is it? Lawyers. I have to sue the banks.
We need the legal advice from the lawyers.
Uh-huh. All right. Thank you very much. Jesus Christ.